All right. Hello, everyone. This is Alexangelo here. I'm a singer, songwriter, dancer, DJ from Ohio. I've been doing it for 9+ years. I still love making music, all that. But there's been something that's kind of gone on for the last few days, and I wanted to address it. For some reason, I feel, well, no, not even that I feel, I've definitely been targeted by many different fan groups and people that are on the internet, all the time. And for some reason, I don't really know why. It all started a few days ago where a group chat that I was included in on Twitter had said that we are going to create false lies and rumors about me, saying that I'm asking for nudes and not paying for them. So let me just address that head on. It's totally fake. It was manufactured by a group of people that we actually saw in a group chat. I have never asked anybody for nudes. I've never asked people in my personal life for nudes. I've never asked fans for nudes. So that is obviously not true. And the whole paying for it thing, well, I've never asked in the first place, so I wouldn't not pay for them because I don't ask for nudes. So that's straight up false. And so essentially that was the first thing to happen. People went out and said, hey, let's target this kid and get him in trouble. And so that was going around and flying around. And I had fans that have followed me for years and years and years asking me, is this true? Is this real? And it's not. It's very much fake and, a lie. And in one of my responses to somebody, I had said, please don't send me nudes. I don't want nudes. This is not something that I've asked for. And I said the quote, have respect for yourself. Granted, I totally understand that this may come off as disrespectful or that people who send nudes don't have enough respect for themselves. And I'm here to say, look, I'm very sorry if I offended you with these comments. This comment specifically, I'm very, very sorry. I have seen how nudes can destroy people and really hurt them in the long run of things. Both guys and girls, and I don't want that to happen to anybody else, but it is your body, it is your prerogative, it is your life, and if that's something that you want to do, you can. I don't do them personally, so I can't stand by that, but look, for some reason that became a statement. The have respect for yourself became a statement saying that I don't want people to. I'm telling people what to do with their body. I'm telling women to do what to do with their body, and that is not what the intention was. Really, what the intention was for it to be, I don't want any nudes. Please have respect for me. I don't want your nudes on my phone. It's a criminal offense if you are underage, and frankly, even if you weren't underage, I just don't want nudes on my phone. And so I've been in that position before. I've had something like this happen to me, and I'm terrified of having nudes on my phone. So this is something that even surpasses this current situation. It's just something that I don't believe in and I don't necessarily want for my own personal life. Granted, again, let me stress this. If I offended you with that comment of the have respect for yourself, I totally apologize, and I apologized before, and I understand. I made a statement regarding that. I made that very clear that, that could have offended some people, but, people haven't really recognized that, and they don't want to acknowledge that I said I'm sorry, that I do feel bad if I offended people, because I don't go on the internet trying to offend people. That's not my goal. I'm here to go on the internet, respond to fans, be a nice person, talk about my music and things like that. I have a podcast where that's where I talk about, but we'll get to that in a minute. There's another thing that had kind of gone around after that. So this is post the have respect for yourself comment. This is after that. People were then going back into those group chats, into new group chats as well, and saying, let's go at him again. Let's get him. Let's go. We got to target him again. We're going to dox him with fake information. So somebody made a fake DM conversation where they made it look like I had said, we're forgetting about white lives in this whole Black Lives Matter movement because, white lives matter too. Now, let me just address this straight up. This is a very simple response. That's fake. That is not a real screenshot of me. I have never said that. I have never written that, and I will never say that or write that. This is not what I believe in, and it's just utter lies. So I have told people that this is fake, and people think that I'm backpedaling, I'm trying to avoid it. No, it's just absolutely preposterous that people are bringing this up about me. I don't believe in that, and so it's hilarious that we're spreading lies now about me when I've been nothing but a positive force and nothing but very, very vocal on my stance on the Black Lives Matter movement and how I think it's very powerful and how I believe in it. And so that's just not real. And then, continuing after that, there was another comment made of saying that I have been promoting myself and my podcast and my music and taking advantage of the Black Lives Matter movement. And they've referenced a tweet of mine where I had linked, it was actually an Instagram post where I had linked a clip from my podcast, which is called Robe Talk, where I'm talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. And it's a long-form conversation, so the deal is this. I'm not using the Black Lives Matter movement to promote myself or my podcast or my music. I was using my podcast as a platform to talk about the Black Lives Matter movement because I stand by it and I wanted to voice my opinion on it and tell people to get informed about Black Lives Matter. It was not a active, thing to say, oh, I'm just going to put this hashtag in a tweet and this or that. It really, really was me telling people, hey, go watch my take on Black Lives Matter because it's important and this is what's going on in the world and I want to tell you how I feel about it. It wasn't in the intention of, let me just hop on this bandwagon of a trend so that I can gain money or exposure because of that. That's not what I was trying to do. I was actually trying to do the opposite. I was trying to use my platform and my music and my brand as, hey, everybody pay attention to what's going on in the world right now. Black Lives Matter. I've made that very clear. This is how I feel about things. And frankly, this is another situation where, very similar to how people have said, oh, we'll address this about the other comment. And I made a statement. I had told you how I feel. So people don't want to acknowledge that I talked for an hour about Black Lives Matter and told them how I feel. They just want to see an old tweet and create a narrative around me that makes me out to be some monster or something like that, when honestly I'm not. I'm trying to be a positive force online and just in the community. I have young people following me. So if I were to go out there and make a negative comment intentionally trying to hurt people, I would have not only kids being disappointed in me because they look up to me, but parents that show these kids my videos, my content, my things like that. And frankly, it's just not my mission to go out there and make negative comments towards people. Now, speaking of negative comments towards people, I've had a flood of people from all over the world coming at me about these various accusations that are frankly just not true. And I have, here's the deal. This is another one of these things that I have to address. And it's so wild that I do, but it's just I have to clear it up. So, look, I use an app called Community. It is a text service for people like me. I know that P. Diddy's on there, there's Beyonce on there, there's a slew of celebrities on there that use this app to take advantage of becoming more personal with their fan groups. And also, it's a great way of promoting things. So if I release a video, I can say, hey, how's it going? I have a new video out, would love to have you watch it, this or that. Very, very standard things. And so to sign up for Community, it is a very, very simple thing. As a participant, as somebody who will be texting me, essentially what we do and what everybody does, this is Niall Horan, this is all these people, this is what they do. You send a text to my number, that is my community number, and you say, hey, what's going on, Alex? I respond back with a prompt, hey, how's it going? Would love to have you in my community. This is the way it works. Put in your information here. It's no different than an email sign up. It's no different than a mailing list. It's no different than anything of that. You put in your phone number. You put in your name. You put in where you're from, not an address, where you're from. And that's so that I will hopefully be able to in the future, if I'm doing a show in Delaware, I can say, hey, we got some Fangelos in Delaware. Would love to have you to my show. It's this Friday, da-da-da-da-da. That is the purpose of this app. It is not to go stalk people or use their address because, frankly, I don't have your address. And I also don't care enough to go stalk you or use your address against you. I don't have enough time to do that, and it's not in my best interest to do that. So, people have mentioned now, this is another part of the narrative that people are creating online, that I am tracking people. I am not tracking people. You have given me your information so that I can use it to promote myself and my music and tell you, hey, I'm going to be in your area. I'd love to meet you in person and shake your hand and get a picture with you. Not to do anything creepy, not to, take advantage or do anything like that. You have willingly given me that information, and I am going to use it to only promote my music and to hopefully meet you in real life as a fan and person that you're a fan of. Interaction. That is simply it, and it's nothing more than that. And I'm not tracking you. I don't care to track you. I don't want to track you. So that's been another thing that people have kind of twisted and turned into this narrative that I'm some monster, when really I'm not. I'm just an independent pop artist trying to utilize my tools that I can use in my toolbox and in my repertoire to be able to promote my music and get it to new ears so that other people can listen and enjoy my music. This is no different than anybody else in the industry, but for some reason, I'm a creep because of it. So if I'm using Community and I'm a creep, then is Why Don't We a creep because they're using Community? Is, P. Diddy a creep because he's using Community? I don't know what the logic is here. I use Community to promote my music and become more personal with my fans. And really, that's what it all comes down to. Even to close this whole thing off, I use my tools and my toolbox with Twitter, with Instagram, with all of this to be a positive person and talk to people and be very personable. I'm not one of those artists to close the curtain, be like really secretive and not be out there and not talk to people. That's just not my style. I really want to be out there. I really want to make it a nice relationship between my fans and me. And I'm thankful to have fans. I'm thankful to have people supporting me. And for some reason, it's just really become this negative, toxic thing where all I'm doing is getting comments saying deactivate and you're a creep, you're disgusting, you're invalidating my feelings, when really it's so many lies being spread about me on the internet that just aren't true, that I've never said, and that they're getting twisted around to the point where it's like you're taking a promotional tweet of me saying, hey, this is for my podcast where I talk in long form about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter is an important issue that I want to be out there. I'm using my platform. And you're using that to make it look like I'm promoting myself using Black Lives Matter. It's absolutely preposterous, and it's actually hilarious to me because I am not a racist or homophobic person, or for that matter, I'm not sexist or misogynistic. In fact, you can see in the podcast, if you're sexist, misogynistic, racist, or whatever, you can leave the podcast. I very explicitly say that in the podcast, and you can quote me on that. So I don't know why I feel the need to backpedal and feel like I'm some sort of terrible monster, as people are painting me out to be. I'm just a pop artist. I'm here to make music. I'm here to make people happy. That was the original mission statement from 9 years ago. It still reigns true today. I've been bullied before on the internet, but it's really a problem because I'm luckily a part of a group of people. I have my family here. I have other people involved where they do screen my tweets and they do understand what I'm putting out there into the world. So this isn't just a one-man mission. And also, I'm fortunately a part of a support system where I can bounce back from this. But to the kid sitting in his bedroom where he doesn't have that, or the girl that's just getting started doing music and she's getting hated on, she doesn't have that. And the deal is, those people, these comments lead to people dying. That's how this happens. Now, luckily, I'm able to talk to a psychiatrist. I'm able to talk to different people, and I can bounce back from this. But those kids out there can't, and they will end up dying because of this. So I don't know what the mission is or what you're trying to accomplish by going and doxing people with false information, But if the mission is to kill me, you're not going to win, because I'm not going to kill myself. I'm going to continue to be a positive force, and I'm going to continue to put out art and music that I believe in, and also put out podcasts where I address important issues in the world that I believe should be in the forefront. So all I'm saying is, don't go out there and cyberbully. Don't go out there and spread lies about people. If you want to have an opinion on me and my music, that's one thing. If you want to say, hey, this song sucks, I didn't enjoy this, whatever. That's your opinion. There's freedom of speech in this country that we live in, and that's what you should have. But if you're going to go out there and create fake lies and create fake content that surrounds me, and then go spread it to my other fans that have been nothing but kind and have showed up to shows and have bought merch and have gone to live streams and have flooded my DMs and my Instagram with nothing but love, then that's not right, and it's not respectful. And frankly, I'm sorry to them that this small group of people had to come in here and ruin this. Bottom line is, these things kill people, and not only that, having nudes sent to my phone could put me in jail. So please don't send me nudes. Please don't write me negative things if they are fake and false. And just please get off of my page and unfollow me if this is not what you want to do. Because I am a positive person. I've been a positive person for 19 years. I've done nothing but nice things and good for the world. And I don't know that I deserve this. And frankly, I don't know that my family deserves this, because they're just as invested in this as me. Okay? This is a family business. This is something that we believe in. And it's made my family sick for the last week because of these comments. So whatever your goal was, I hope that you feel satisfied. But I'm going to continue doing me. And if you don't like that, I apologize. Get off my page. Go bully somebody else, because I'm not here for that. I'm here to make music. I'm here to be a positive person, as I was before. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. Now, unfortunately, what this has driven me to do is to become less attached to social media and become less present to my fans. So, with that being said, I'm going to post this video. I'm going to put this out there, and this is my message. This is how I feel about it. I'm going to step away from Twitter for a little bit. If you need me, I can be on Instagram. I can be on TikTok, things like that. I have a text number where I won't be tracking you. I will be using this to communicate with you and potentially tell you about things, that I make and that I love making and showing you. So nothing creepy there, nothing to insult you, nothing to make you feel tracked or cornered. I don't intend on doing that. I don't have enough time to do that, and that's not what I'm here to do. I'm here to make music. I'm here to tell you about my music, and I'm here to do things like that. I will only pop on Twitter when I feel like it, and besides that, it's just going to be promo. So thank you all. I apologize to the people that have been nothing but kind to me and that have been sweet and nice about things, but this is too toxic. I'd rather be me on other platforms. Thank you, and I hope that you're well. Please stay safe, spread positivity. We're living in a very trying time, and this has definitely been another layer added of stress. So with that, I disconnect myself. Thank you. Good night.